but I don't. Sometimes I mix them up, so I don't know.
Hello, First from the Web. My name is Scar, and this is a story of when hate goes too far.
When hate goes too far. The story of motherfucker.
Of everything that has happened in the 30 years that this fandom has existed, this is one of the worst. Furry hate didn't come out of nowhere. The early days of the fandom were full of some people that openly showed some of the more lascivious aspects. I'm not saying that the fandom was all sexual.
Can you guys hear anything? Because my headset is kind of broken. The left one fell off today. I had to duct tape it.
Because of these first impressions, this is how the world first saw the furries.
It's kind of low, right?
And how they still see us today. This is not being helped at all by the fandom's long, iffy history with the media, spawning content such as the very infamous CSI episode Reuploading, which just continued to spread this message into the 2000s. This isn't a video about our history with the media, though. This is a video about when hate goes too far. So with all of this out of the way, let's jump in. Midwest Fur Fest, or MFF, began in 2000.
Buy new Corsairs, that's good
was
now.
Still the second largest convention following Anthrocon.
The problem is the Corsairs are so
that
small.
Year, just over 4,500
the ones I've had
came,
are so small.
Ready
to
get together and have a great time. Conventions are safe spaces for groups,
I want like
where subcultures can come together and let their hair down for a weekend. Furcons are no different.
I hate when they're too
that
tiny.
Hides itself so much from the public eye, it can be a breath of fresh air for everyone. Furries, for many reasons, have become such a misunderstood subculture, and the conventions are a big part of the fandom for many people.
The incident.
The second day of the convention is coming to a close. People go to their hotel rooms for sleep before the last day of the convention. But after midnight, in the early hours of the Sunday morning, everyone is woken up with orders to evacuate the building. Walking out into the hall, a foul odor hits, and your eyes begin to water. A crowd forms of suitors and non-suitors alike outside in the freezing December weather. Suitors are cuddled around everyone else, trying to keep each other warm. At 12:45, the fire department shows up, followed by reporters and the police. Hazardous material technicians arrive,
this
and
guy
even
is so
FBI
committed.
agents from Chicago's counterterrorism.
In an emergency, he had
This is
to
what many of the
put on
furs
his suit
seeking
first.
social refuge at the convention were greeted with. Reports confirmed it was
Emergency
chlorine gas,
evacuation.
the result of a jar of white powder being shattered in the stairwell. There was also green and yellow liquid running down the walls, but these were never identified. What was, however, was the high levels of toxic chlorine gas that were present. Most of the attendees took refuge in the convention center across the street, roughly an hour after the evacuation. But 19 furs were sent to the hospital, some even coughing up blood. Eventually, around 4:20 a.m., they were allowed back inside the hotel. But this isn't something you simply blow off. This was being treated by officials as a criminal act. The only tragic part is that they never found out who it was. But it isn't out of the question that it was an act against furries. I think it's very clear that it isn't a coincidence that it happened during the convention, especially since it was deemed an intentional act. This event garnered some of the most attention that furries ever had, making national news headlines. One of the news channels to cover the story was MSNBC. During this segment, a reporter named Mika Bazensky learns what furries are for the first time. She and some other people start laughing in the background of the footage. After cutting to a comment by Dr. Samuel Conway, also known as Uncle Kage and the chairman of Anthrocon, she could be seen running off set laughing.
Come back at 4 a.m. Police still
come back.
The matter is a criminal investigation.
Could you check on Mika, see if she's okay? She's over there somewhere.
Mika has left the building.
All right.
The others laugh at it too before the short report ends.
She just learned something. Learned something important about this world.
She just learned something that we all wish we didn't know. She ran out of the studio.
This is disgusting and is just very, very unprofessional. I honestly don't think I could sum it up any better than Aberquine did with their Furries in the Media episode about it. Two of the anchors hide their faces, trying to remain professional. And these are national news anchors. I can just not express how disturbing and disgusting this is. Before the Chlorine attack, convention attendee Duke, also known as That Dancing Dog, had recorded a cover of the song Que Sera by Justice Crew. It was that night, though, that the Chlorine incident happened. Despite this, however, they woke up that morning after very little sleep, along with dozens of other suitors, and all went out to shoot a music video. I feel like this is an important moment for the community. It shows that even after dark events like this, we will stand together. I very much believe that the core of this fandom is the community itself. And to be frank, this song and video just encapsulates the feeling of this like nothing else. It shows who we are and why we do what we do. We do this for fun, for all sorts of things, but mostly for the community.
Yesterday is history, oh, you gotta get through it. Tomorrow is a mystery, so let's just do it.
Let's just do it. Let's do it.